Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Good morning.
And good afternoon.
Okay, so please introduce us to who you are.
My name is Kennedy. I am 16 years old. I'm from Sacramento, California, and I sing.
Okay. Okay, so you've been doing a lot during
Yeah,
this pandemic.
yeah, it's been a lot.
So I would like to talk about like the technical stuff of it. So
Okay.
you've been doing a lot of like live performances via in person and via online, and also doing a lot of like recordings online for your TikTok, for your Instagram. What do you do in order to help protect your vocal cords?
To protect my vocal cords. Well, it gets hard and it's all dietary. So it's definitely like the type of food you eat, the type of things you drink. What am I doing before I sing to warm up my vocal cords so that I don't break them or so I don't. So I have a whole thing of warm-ups that I do. Um and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect and I don't do them all the time and I miss out on them and but it is what it is. And then I drink tea every single morning. I'll have like room temperature tea that's not too hot but not too cold. And then I just drink water like all day. I have my big hydro flask and I just drink water all day. So I think yeah, I've been trying to do a little bit more research on how to like absolutely protect my vocal cords, but I love talking, so all I do is talk and all I do is sing. And so it's just like sometimes like I have to like stop myself and be like, you need to sit in your room and just like be quiet. Like, because I do and it can stress and yeah. So
What are some of the vocal techniques that you do in order to help strengthen your vocal cords?
um like what are the type of like warm-ups that I do?
Exercises that you do.
Oh,
Yeah, warm up. Yeah, yeah,
um I'll do like I don't do you want me to do it right now?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. I call these like fire like sirens. So it's like woo and like I do those. And then I do those like but and like that. And I'll do like I don't want to do it on camera because it's like not pretty, but like I do things that like loosens my lips up a little bit so that like when things come out I can express them better when they come out, like sing them better, I guess. So yeah, I do those types of things. I have a piano where I just sing I go up keys, so it's like ooh, like those types of things where it just like I can control where it goes up and when it comes down. And then yeah, that's just kind of what I do.
That's one of my questions as well. You play piano?
I don't play like I don't know. I'm learning. I don't know a full song, but I know how to like, I know the keys and I know those types of things. I just haven't had like I haven't had time to like learn. So, but I want to so badly.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So your name is very unique. Who were you named after?
I I wish I could tell you a good story about how I was named, but my parents actually were in a mall and some lady yelled like, "Kennedy, get over here." And my mom was like pregnant with me and was like, "That's what we're naming her." And then that's how I got named. So,
No, I love that.
yeah.
I love that story. I love that. So are your parents artistic as well?
No. I my mom isn't, but my dad, when he was younger, was in a band. So he played guitar in a band. So I guess he's artistic, but he's not anymore, I don't think. He always asks if he can like play guitar with me and like he'll play or he just doesn't know the like new songs, so I'm like trying to learn like and I love it, but we're each like trying to learn each other's different worlds, so sometimes it's like it's hard, but I love it. So yeah, I guess.
Are any of your aunts or like your grandparents artistic? Like where does this come from?
I don't know where it comes from, but my so my grandma's sister, so I don't know if that's like, is that great aunt?
Great aunt,
Great
yeah.
aunt. Yeah, she sang in Mexico and was like like would go on tour and had interviews, and like she was big in Mexico, and so like so yeah, I think like maybe I get some of that from her, and you know, that I don't know. My abuelita always likes to say it's her, but they always like go back and forth because she's like, I was the real singer here. It's really funny.
That's so fun. That's so fun. Okay. Tell us about your happy birthday grams.
Oh yeah. Did you like yours?
Yes.
um, well, they're not even really like, they just kind of became a thing. I don't know. I love birthdays, to be honest with you. Like, and my family kind of goes big for birthdays, you know, like we have a tradition where my mom will decorate the table, and when we walk down, it's like I'll decorate it and stuff. And so I don't know, I just love birthdays. And then it was someone's birthday, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just sing happy birthday to you." And like, and so I just did it, and everyone like loved it and was like, "Will you sing to me? Will you sing to me?" So like now it's become a thing, and I'm like writing down everybody's birthdays, making sure I don't miss them, and all sorts of things. But it's also cool to like see how many people are in 1 month, you know, or like on the same day or on the same, you know, it's just like the other day I was just thinking like it's crazy how many people are born on one day, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just, yeah.
One of my friends, she's a photographer for new births,
Oh
and
wow.
and she's always at work. She's like, hold on, like she's texting me. She's like, I have another baby, 1 second. Like she takes newborn baby pictures, and I've never really considered how many babies are like born in just in one hospital. She only works in one hospital, you
Really?
know? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's so cool. Okay. So how do you know Palma?
Through your account. Yeah.
Really?
I had commented something on your page, and then she like commented back to my comment, and then she DM'd me and put me on her Wake Up with Palma series or whatever.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. So let's talk about your most popular. I hate that phrase. I've been trying all day to find a better phrase other than popular.
Yeah.
So forgive me if that's offensive. I apologize.
Not at all.
But so talk to us about Rent Free because it has a pop yet country feel to it. Was that intentional?
That was a little bit intentional. Only because um, I, I'm really obsessed with like discovering other things, and I hate having to like stay in one lane and like, you know, if you put one, I feel like that's kind of the music industry is if you put one pop song out, then you're just pop, you know what I mean? And I really
Yeah.
wanted to like, I mean, my next songs are completely different than the other ones. Which is what I wanted to do. But with the second one, I felt like it would be I should have a little bit of pop stuck in there, you know, but introducing that country vibe. And I don't want to go full country, and that's not like who I am. But I like, you know, I like the sound of the actual drums and the actual guitar and the actual instruments that are in that song. And so I think that I don't know, yeah, and it seems to be the most liked song so far. So yeah.
So in your breaking down the lyrics video, you're talking about a birthday party.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us? Can you tell us about that story?
Um,
And is that a real story?
that's a real story. That's why I'm like, yeah, with Rent Free, it's so hard because, like, I mean, I talked about this in my podcast episode that was just like, Capture It was just like, you know, it's like the opposite of what I was treated like, you know, because I think some relationships just really punch you in the face and you're blinded by it. And so
Yeah.
I was just like, what would it be like if I was treated completely differently, which is what Capture It was. But then Rent Free, like every single lyric in that, like was true or a scenario happened there. So I'm super nervous to talk about this right now. Okay. Um this girl had a oh my god.
It's okay, it's okay.
I'm gonna get attacked, I feel like. This girl had a birthday party, and oh my god. And I got like my phone just started getting spammed with like FaceTime calls. And I was just like, what is happening? And it's happened before. And so I figured like that was what was going on. And so finally I just like answer, because like I'm one that'll answer my phone if I don't know it, because I don't know if it's like an emergency or somebody needs me or whatever. So it was like spamming me, but it was a FaceTime call. So I was kind of like, if they needed me, they would have just called. But anyway, so I answered it. And it's like this group of people around the table, which like I pretty much know all of them. And they're all like laughing, like, hey, Kennedy, like laughing at me. And just like, and it was just like really uncomfortable. And so I was just like, okay. And then I took that like, okay, this is your birthday party and you're calling me, like, you know what I mean, like you're really taking time out of your birthday dinner to like waste and talk about me. Like I'm flattered, you know what I mean? And like that really like opened my eyes to just like, because it would like get to me or like bug me, you know, because no one likes their phone to get spammed with 20 calls, or to get sent pictures of themselves like from a random number and then be like, guess who, you know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
like that. And but then I was just like, you know, you really have to look for the positive in every situation. So I was just like, okay, like I'm flattered. And then I wrote a song about it, and I love my song about it. And yeah, so that's where he gave me her glow at the party comes from.
So where did that shift in mindset come from? Did it come from your family, a YouTube video? Like where did that come from?
That came from one of my friends, and we were just talking, and they had seen me really really upset about that call, because it was upsetting, you know, and it sucked that somebody that I thought loved me and that I thought that I loved was letting that happen, you know what I mean, like sitting there and participating in those things. Like I would have never let that happen, you know what I mean. And so I was just expressing that, and they were like, "Oh, you live rent free in his head, in their heads." And I was like, I had never
Wow.
heard that expression ever. And I was like, I live rent free? Like I'm thinking like apartments, like what? You know, like, and
Yeah.
they just explained it and broke it down, and I was just like, huh, like that really does make sense. And then I just kind of ran with the idea. So I guess I kind of have to give credit to them too. But yeah, I just kind of ran with it, and I was like, this is like, this is pretty good, you know? If you just have that mindset, then you can do anything, I guess, you know?
I'm going to talk about rent free back in a second, okay? I'm going to bounce back to the song. But
Okay.
for right now, um, you come off very mature for your age.
Oh, thank you.
What where did that come from?
The maturity?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of get that a lot. So, and I never know how to like react without being like, "Oh my God, thank you." You know what I mean? Like, before you're like, "Okay, I take it back."
Yeah.
But I don't
But
know.
do you think that it was maybe like your parents gave you chores as a child, or like maybe your teachers are like, no, like we're not going to excuse that? Like what do you think it was something specific? Do you have
Um,
younger siblings you have to take care of?
I do. I have younger siblings, but I have to say my parents have never thrown them on me, and I've never had to, you know, I've gotten really, I know people go through that, and I've never had to do that. Uh, but I honestly can't answer that honestly, because I have no idea really. I don't know. I think a lot of it is just, I don't know how to say this without being, what's the word? Like full of myself, or you know what I mean. But I think I try to be very respectful of people, and my parents have definitely taught me respect a lot, and I've learned that, you know, you have to figure out how to be respectful of people even though you don't like them, or even though you don't like, you know. And I did get, I had gotten chores and things, but I don't actually, I've never even thought about that. Maybe because like, um I don't know. Maybe because I went through a lot of drama when I was younger. And yeah, I had a lot of bullies, and I had a lot of people that would get under my skin and things, but I just kind of had to, I don't know, a lot of the time my mom would just teach me, like, you just have to stand above it, and you have to let it, like, you know, not everything's going to roll off your back. And I do have mental breakdowns, and I do cry, and I do, you know, but a lot of the things I've really learned is just you have to hold your head up high, and if you come out off as confident, then everybody in the room's going to think you're confident. You know what I mean? And that's how I try to perceive myself, and that's how I want others to perceive me, because and I don't like talking about this, but like I don't like to be seen as a lower power or a lower, like, because I'm a girl, and I've dealt with that a lot, and I feel like I've had disadvantages as a girl, and I feel like that has also shaped the confidence, and I don't know if the maturity, but I think confidence and maturity kind of go hand in hand, where you just have to hold your head up high, you have to be respectful, you have to be this, and this, and those are also like things that you have to do just as a girl too, you know. I don't know, I'm spiraling. I don't know where my maturity comes from, to be honest with you.
I think you've nailed it. I think you still know. Okay, so now going back to, sorry, going back to Rent Free. The cover looks like it's roses on fire.
It is.
Why did you choose that?
When I write a song, I just see colors. So I don't know. I just saw red the whole time. I was just like, this song is red. You know what I mean? And so then we just kind of, I have a friend who had helped me put it all together, and he's really good at, like, you know, those types of, I don't even know how to, like, I don't even know where to start, but he knows how to, like, put it all together. And then he, like, sent me this, like, copy, and he had, like, took in a picture of roses and a picture of fire and, like, mixed them. And I thought it looked, like, so cool, and I felt like it nailed what I was talking about in a way, you know what I mean? Where, like, something that was so beautiful and so amazing is just turned into something that's hurting, and something that, you know, that is on fire, or that is, you know, and I don't know. I just think that there wasn't, like, a distinct meaning behind it, but I just thought it really matched the song after I had seen it.
Yeah, yeah. That makes me think of in my county where I live in Florida, they have eliminated a large amount of physical education and arts programs because I guess they're not important.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? And what can the youth do in order to, I guess it's a two-part question. Why do you think they've eliminated the physical education and arts program in schools, and what can the youth do in order to 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 to, to keep that stimulated in their lifestyles at home?
Like the physical education part of it, or being active, or I'm honestly not very educated enough to be, you know, I'm not very educated on those things, but I just think that physical education really is important, and it helps me even to go for a run or go for a walk, or, you know, do whatever. So you know, if that's cut at your school, or that's not something that they prioritize or that they want, like, I would encourage people to, you know, even getting your friend, and I do this all the time. I have a friend that lives down the street, and we just go for a walk, or we'll go, you know, or we'll take her dog for a walk, and, you know, just at least move your body a little bit, you know, because I think also, like, being at home and being quarantined, it's taken that away even more. And so yeah, I think going for a run, or I used to swim, so now that we have, like, a pool and it's finally starting to warm up, I'll probably go swim, or even taking your buddy and playing hoops in the street, or tossing a ball back and forth. You know what I mean? I think all those things are important. And on the music side of it, I don't know how music affects people, and I think it affects people in different ways. For me, singing in my room for an hour helps clear my mind, and it helps me just not think about it, like school or the stress of whatever it is that I'm stressed that day. You can ask my parents, at the end of every single day, pretty much, there is music blasting in here, and I'm singing, or I'm listening, or I'm doing something. And I just try to take at least 30 minutes out of my day to either sit and be off my phone and listen, or to actually sing, which and if it's an instrument that you play, or it's something that, you know, or you like to paint, because art is so many different things, and, or you like to draw, or you like to whatever, like, I would just encourage people to, like, let themselves take that time And especially now that it's not in schools anymore, I think that we get drowned in homework and other priorities that we have to do. And I just think that taking 15 minutes out of your day I even like to draw. I like coloring books, and I like, I mean, I think that if like we kind of, it sucks that we have to fill that void ourselves, but it also is what it is. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that answers your question at all, but.
No, I think it does answer the question. I think that, forgive me if I'm contradicting you, I don't think that it sucks that we have to fill the void ourselves. It's like this is like your award. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, what sucks is that like you don't learn the music theory.
Right.
Like you don't learn you don't get that professional setting that you may have to pay for.
Right.
But I guess, I don't know. I guess it makes it worth it. So talking more about the arts, do you feel pressure as someone who is starting to perform more often in real life to know how to dance and sing at the same time?
Like in public?
Yeah.
I think I dance and sing in my room all the time, and I choreograph my own dances to whatever I'm doing, which sounds so lame, but I do it.
Not lame.
And so I think that you have to find a balance between engaging the audience and singing, and like having good singing, you know what I mean? And so I try to mush those things together, and I try to do like, I mean, in my Instagram videos, I do sing and dance because it's easier to do it in front of a camera that I just put onto the internet, and versus like at a coffee shop where there's a live audience and I'm like kicking my leg up or twirling or doing whatever. And so I think there's no pressure. You just have to adapt to, bless you. You just have to adapt to the audience in a way. And so like for the coffee shop, it was a more of a chill vibe. So, I'd like snap my fingers a couple times, or I'd sway, or, I pretended to play the electric guitar when there was like a break in the middle, like, and so I don't think there's a pressure. I think there's pressure to know your audience and know what you have to do in that moment. And sometimes it can get hard, but I don't know.
True. Okay, so famous movie soundtracks featuring musical artists. First thing that comes to mind is The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is Phil Collins with Tarzan,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to head a movie soundtrack, present or future, what soundtrack would you like to head?
Probably, I don't know. Probably Aladdin.
Oh.
I love Aladdin. Or have you seen the movie Sing?
Yeah.
Probably that one. That would probably be my top. I don't know. Yeah, I think. Oh, or maybe Mary Poppins. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I think that I don't know. I feel like we kind of drifted away from movie soundtracks a little bit. Like you have the instrumental, but you don't really have an artist like heading it.
Yeah, that's why I love musicals. I love like movie musicals. I loved the High School. I don't know. I love the High School Musical. Or have you heard of Lemonade Mouth?
That's like a cartoon, right?
No, it's a movie. It's like a Disney Channel movie I watched when I was like 12. But my friend like played one of the songs the other day, and I was like, this is a good song, like, or like I'm liking the Hannah Montana "He Could Be the One" right now. I really like that song, and I'm just like, oh, I feel 5 again.
No, you're fine. No, yeah. No, yeah, we need that to come back. Yeah, we need like artists like you to like head a movie, be like, hey guys, like don't worry about the soundtrack, I got this. Yeah. Okay, so where can we like you, stalk you, follow you, all that fun stuff?
On my Instagram at thekennedy.official. And I think it's the same thing for my TikTok too. So
Yes. Mainly those two.
yeah.
And then last question, I'm just gonna say, okay. So in Nebraska, there has been a spike of um, youth suicides during
Mm-hmm.
this pandemic because they, long story short, they miss their friends, they miss going to school, they miss being around people. What is something that we can do in our everyday lives in order to prevent this from happening present tense?
Um, well, firstly, it breaks my heart that those things are happening, and that I don't know. I it hurts sometimes because there's nothing we can do to prevent it, or there are things that we can do to prevent it, but once it's already happened, you can't do anything, and then you live in regret about what you could have done. Um, I think for me, I don't like speaking for other people, but I think one thing that we can do is just, I mean, okay. I think being nice to people in general. I think bullying can be a huge thing that brings people down or makes them feel alone. It makes me feel alone sometimes. And so I think being that friend that checks in on that person every single day is something you can do, and something and just being nice, or anyone you come into contact with. I think a big way that I think is you don't know what that person's going through or what. Oh, you saw Good Day. Sorry, squirrel.
No, you're
Um,
fine. You're famous. You're girl. You're famous. Take
um,
that.
I yeah, I try to be nice to everyone because I don't know what's going on in the inside, and I don't know if they had a suicidal thought the night before or if they're gonna have one tonight. And so I just think that being there, even if you're just, I try to ask everyone on my Instagram, how are you doing? How is your day going? What is your weekend? What are you doing for your weekend? Just so that even if I'm the only one that asked that, at least somebody did. Because if that was me and I was thinking that way, I um I would appreciate that from someone. And so I just think that spreading that kindness around to everyone, because I wish that there was more kindness in our world and more understanding and things. So I just think that that's something little that could help in a big way.
I know that I said that was my last question. But can I ask one more?
Yeah, I'm having
And
so much fun.
I'm making myself late to work, so it's fine.
Oh,
But
I'm so sorry.
no, it's no. I'm timing, but it doesn't matter because I'm very, very, very curious because I very rarely get young people on my show, and
Yeah.
I just want to understand better.
Hmm.
Because I feel like I was a weird kid. I was a very like career driven kid, so I didn't really care about the issues of other people. I just knew that I this is my plan and I'm gonna follow it.
Yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
So the whole social thing doesn't make sense in my mind. Like I was bullied, but I was like I'm just bullied because I'm smart. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But so so in a way, do you think that we should stop saying that school sucks?
Um. Like just I don't know. I think school sucks for people in completely different ways. I think it sucks for me, and I think I relate to you because I think it sucks for me because I can't spend hours on my Instagram or my career every single day. I have to spend hours at school. Or it sucks for some girl because she gets bullied by all of these people when she comes to school. Or it sucks for him because he's the outcast at school and he sits alone at lunch. And so I think I struggle in school. I will say that I don't do well, and but I think I'm smart in other ways, and I'm smart in I understand the career I want to take, and I could literally layer down to you exactly what the music industry is, or what it is that I'm doing on my Instagram. I could layer that down for you. But if you asked what book I just read, I could not tell you in a million years. And so I just think that maybe saying school sucks is just something that we need to say, and And I think that it sucks that it does say that, because school can help a lot of people and be something that really is good for them. Or school is amazing, and it can be amazing in 10 different ways, because someone loves it, because someone needs to get out of their house, because someone,
Yeah.
likes that, or whatever it is. And so I just think that the school sucks or school's amazing in whatever way. And I also hate when people bully people who like school. You know what I mean? Because I just think school
Yeah.
is like, yeah, I hate school, and I am in that crew that's just like, school sucks. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not gonna, like, if you're loving school, I'm not gonna be like, you should hate it. Like, you're weird for that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. And so I just don't like when people judge other people for whatever they're doing. I think that's the moral of it.
But you guys are in school right now, right? In
Uh,
California.
I go 4 days a week. I don't go on Wednesdays. I'm back in school though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you guys were open up over there.
I hate saying this, but I go to a private school. So I think we have different like rules about how we can open up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay,
But
cool,
no, I
cool.
think the public schools are opening up, but they're just doing 2 days a week.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, cool, cool. Okay. Um, no, you can't talk bad about bullies who are like under the age of 18. That's weird. Like, let's
Yeah.
not do that, guys. Okay. Kennedy, this was so innovative and very understanding. And like I said, I think that your thought process is very, very interesting for someone who's your age.
Really?
And no, girl, you have no idea. And I would love to do this again sometime, maybe this summer, this fall, this winter, just to maybe like a post like how things have opened up post lockdown, um, and also how music has changed during the pandemic. I think this was just like a nice introduction to who you are.
I think so too. Thank you so much for having me. That was so much fun.
Thank you for your patience, dude.
Of course.
So we're definitely gonna oh you hear so many positive people. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do this again. You have a
Yes.
fantastic day and I'll talk to you later, girl.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to leave. Do I?